He's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down for this offense. Here's the give off the left side. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Now on first down from the 30. Quarterback will audible. Wide out in motion. They're going to ride this running back. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Running back searching for a hole. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
Man, what a break. Great job following on the football. Great job having some awareness. The running back coughed it up, but teammates there to pick him up, follow the football. Listen, it's lucky, but it's a good job by the offense.
They'll run play action. Going for it all. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
He's got it. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Rebels will hustle to the line. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on second down. Fast motion from the offense. from the gun, running back on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He looks that one in nicely. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That is a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. So the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. The back goes in motion. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Might be looking to run. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They feed him again. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they're having none of it.
Third and goal coming up here. The run to the right. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Well, you know, if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
From the gun. Looking to the end zone. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
It's caught downfield. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down at them and make big.
Pulls it in on the right. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. First down to start the drive after the break. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. Right back to the well. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Going for the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Breaks the tackle. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Really nice run there. No, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Back to the ground game on the left. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He's going to run it. That's caught. It's Robbins. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. The give to the tailback. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Wants to throw on second down. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Third down play from the gun. Looking to scramble. Slings it downfield. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
With the run on first and goal. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have the nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
Trying to pound it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Needs to get it in the end zone on third and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. It's fourth down, and this offense is going to stay on the field and keep the kicker on the sidelines. Wants to go up top. Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown tie.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Off play action. They're working that left side. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Rebels want to move quickly. On second down, looking to throw. Finds his target down the middle. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looks as if he's going to run it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. 4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll run it from the gun. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. And he's wrestled to the ground. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for 1 final play in this half. This is a designed run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they wanted now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're all locked up here in the 3rd quarter as he's set to kick it away. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive on it? Who's going to take some shots and try to make some plays and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. It's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
They'll try the right side. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
The give to the back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. That carry puts him over 2,500 yards for his career.
And it's been really fun to watch this guy's development in college football. He's gotten bigger, stronger, and faster, and every game just seems to get a little bit better. That's a pretty nice milestone to hit.
The nice milestone, nice consistency, nice durability. It takes you being healthy, and this guy's really done a good job throughout his career being that lead guy and putting up numbers.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
They'll test the right side. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Leaves it with the back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Here's the handoff. That's 20. He's got space. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. He's now up to 83 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Give to the running back. Touchdown, Alabama! They take the lead with the 6. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. UTEP is in front. They've owned the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Sam Houston. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On second down, wants to throw it. He fires to the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll run this play from the pistol. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Give to the running back. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab down the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defense.
He wants to go deep. And that pass picked off. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Leaves it with the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Steps away. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Got some room to run. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. He leaves it with the back. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Alabama 21, Ole Miss 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. From the gun, the ground game. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. He wants to throw it. On the run, still looking. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. He'll ride his man on the option. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Getting set for the point after.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. They'll give it to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll run it again. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to buy time. Unleashes one. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. At the 35, he's open. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Rebels. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big pick 6. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Pressure coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the 2nd play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He'll let one go down the right side. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Taking it the other way. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss. How about that D coming up with a play like that? They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. Little touch pass to the receiver. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this two-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this two-minute drive.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give to the left side. At the 35, he's loose. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Rebels! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 35. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Going to try to get it himself. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He lobs one high down the left side. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He'll try to take it back. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39.
And you know what? You kind of deserve that. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football all over the yard. Now this game, it's a long shot.
He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? You just can't come up with a completion.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he's got it for the late touchdown, but probably a little too late, barring just an epic finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
He's got it in the end zone for the two as they trim more off of that lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.